Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I've been liking lately. So if you enjoyed this type of content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, so I am slightly hesitant to call this a favorites video just because it's hard for me to say that this is my absolute favorite things. These are things that I would be willing to repurchase. And so I'm going to share them with you. So they're things that I've been liking lately, but you know, people's preferences change, so I might not always like them. But currently they're things that I'd be willing to repurchase. And I try to kind of put them in categories. So we'll see how it goes. Some of them I can't easily share here with you, so I'll put in some B-roll so you can see them. But let's start with the first category. Okay, we're gonna start off with like beauty type products, which sometimes I'm hesitant to share recommendations or things that I've been liking just because this isn't something that I know a whole lot about. I kind of glean information from people here on YouTube or from just doing research. And are they the best products? Are they the worst products? I honestly don't always know, and everyone has different opinions. So these are just things that I personally have been loving. So the first one I wanted to share was this Dime Beauty. I think it's a tinted moisturizer. Yeah, so it's called Wonder Screen, and it has 30 SPF. And I think the bottle is just really cool. I think their branding is very like minimalistic and pretty. And I think, was it Angela Braniff? I can't remember. There was someone up on YouTube that brought this up, and I was like, oh, I should try this because it gives you that SPF, but it's a moisturizer. So it's easy to put on. I don't wear makeup every day, so it's easy to put on. It kind of evens out your skin tone and gives it that little bit of glow while also offering skin protection. So I have really liked this and I would repurchase it. And I feel like for the most part, it does fine under makeup. It just kind of depends on your foundation because certain foundations with other skin products don't always mix well. And so if you're having a problem with that, it might just be the products that, you know, they need to be mixed with different products and not the ones that you are mixing them with. But I really have enjoyed using that. And then something else that I'd wanted to try for a while, this is so small, it's the IT Cosmetics CC cream. And I have heard about this. I think Shea Whitney, it's like one of her favorite foundations, but it's also pricier. And I usually stick to a little bit lower end foundations. So I was like, but I think I was buying a few things like at the Sephora sale, and they had this, I think is the travel size. I don't know if it's considered the sample size as well. And I was like, oh, I should give that a try. And it was like discounted quite a bit. And so I tried to pick my correct shade, which is kind of hard. I think this is one of the lighter shades before you get into the very, very light shades. And so in the summer, this has been working okay. But once you get into it, my skin has just enough like olive color in it that super, super light foundations make me look really weird. Like super ghosty and super gray. So we'll see. Going into fall, I'm willing to buy the bigger version of this because I've seen like it's what I'm wearing today. It gives good coverage, and I feel like it just doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup. A lot of makeups by the end of the day, I'm like, I can't wait to get it off. And this one doesn't really bother me at all. And my skin hasn't reacted to it. Like, it's been really great. And I don't always get that with some of the lower end foundations that I've gotten. So I'd be willing to pay the higher price point for it, but I also want to make sure I get the correct shade. But in the fall, that might be one of the lighter shades, and then just have to fix it with some bronzer so I don't look so ghostly. Like, it's just hard. My skin is just enough warmish that it's hard to buy any of the like lighter, cooler tone makeups. Okay, the next thing is also a Dime Beauty product recommended by Angela Braniff, and these are their little sample size perfumes. And I don't wear perfume every day. I like to smell nice, but I also just don't even think about it if I'm just being kind of grungy for the day. But Angela Braniff recommended trying these sample sizes, and I've seen a lot of other people recommend doing that just because then you can see if you really like something and you get a variety of product. So this is one, I think it comes with 5 just little guys in here, and they last a long time again because I don't wear perfume all the time. And then this one is a separate one. I don't know if it's a newer perfume or whatever. And this one's Core Memory. This one's my favorite and it's gone, which should show it's my favorite. And I'm tempted to buy the bigger version of it. Like I want to buy the bigger version of it. This is what it looks like. It's all gone. When there's a sale or something like that, because I just like the smell of it. And I'm not a super strong perfume smell person. I don't like it to be super florally or even like sickly sweet. A lot of the perfumes that I have liked in the past that I currently have in my drawer are the Cool Water one that like I feel like I wore as a high schooler. Everyone wore as a high schooler that around my age. And then the original Abercrombie one, I know they have a lot of like a lot of other perfumes now, but when I was a teenager, again, that was the one they had. And they have a little bit more musky smell, which is more the smell I prefer. I like a little bit more fresh, kind of musky smells. And so some of these, they're slightly sweet. I'm not good at describing these smells like for perfume. So don't judge me. I'm not going to hit the right notes with the perfume, but I really like that. I just really like their light smell. Even if they are a little bit more sweet, it's still very light. And they're also very clean brand as well. So if you're looking for like a cleaner perfume, and I wouldn't say that they last all day. There's certain parts of like my clothes where I spray them, or if it gets on like my watch or my whatever these are, ponytails on my wrist. At the end of the day, I'll be sitting here and I'm like, oh, I smell good. And it's because it's on this, so on the skin, maybe not as long, but on other things, it holds the smell longer. So anyways, I just really like these, and I like the option of trying out a few, because some of these, I like them all, but there's some that I like more that I'd be willing to buy the full size version of them. And then I just wanted to mention 2 lotions. Again, one's a recommendation from Angela Braniff. This one's just on Amazon, and it is pricier for a lotion, but you also only need a teeny bit. And my skin in the last several years, I don't know if it's pregnancy or what, I've never had problems with eczema before, but just the last few years, I occasionally do. And it's mostly just like on these 2 fingers right here. And so if I am using anything that, I don't know, it's just so, even cleaner brands, my hands are so sensitive to lotions. I have to just use things that are unscented, which I don't, I like scented lotions. And it just, I never know if my skin is going to react to it or not. And so it's just hard for me, like, cause I want the smell of lotion. And this one, so far, it's been maybe a month I've had it, and I just use a little bit. So it goes a long ways, it's just like a teeny little bit on my hands, usually after I wash them to keep them from drying out, because I also live in a very dry climate. And it has such a light scent, and I don't even know how to describe it, but it just smells so good. I just love it. And my hands have been okay with it. Nothing crazy has happened yet. And so this is a Hava. I don't even think I said the name, and I don't know if that's how you even say it, but it's a Dead Sea Water Mineral Hand Cream, which is probably why it's been okay for my hands and they haven't freaked out. Another one I like that is not so clean is the Saltwater Breeze from Bath and Body Works, and I like their body creams. My mom always got the body creams growing up and not like the hand lotions. I like the thicker, thicker consistency. And this I have only been using on my legs because I'm just trying, again, to see if my skin reacts. It did for a while, so I completely stopped using anything with a scent. And then it was much better. But then I still want to I just like to smell good, and like getting that smell throughout the day is my favorite. And this is one of my favorite smells. Again, that more natural seawater, just that kind of smell is my jam. That's what I like. I don't like super florally things, anything that's super in my face. I just love that scent. Okay, I have a few in the kitchen items, I guess. I don't know, food items. The first one is a Ninja Creamy. I just brought this because I wasn't gonna bring the whole machine in here, which it has gone viral everywhere apparently. We use it for counting macros because you can pour like protein shakes in here, you know, and then you let them freeze and you mix them up at night, and it's mostly like you're drinking a protein shake, but it's ice cream form. And then whatever macros you have for that day or whatever you can put, excuse me, you can put in there. Like you can mix in a few Oreo cookies or some nuts or some marshmallows or, you know, whatever you like, strawberries, like different fruits, things like that. You can do different combinations with the different types of protein shakes. I think our favorite so far is like the salted caramel. We do the Premier shakes because those are the easiest ones for me to get from like Sam's Club or Costco. And then you mix just a little bit of pudding, and you can do fat-free or no, sugar-free pudding if, again, you're really closely watching your macros. And then you just put in a little bit of caramel sauce, like I don't even know what it is. People use it for drink mix-ins. I had never bought it before for this because I don't do like drink mix-ins or anything like that, but it's the caramel like syrup or whatever. And you put a little bit of that in, and then you just freeze it. And you mix it at the end of the day, and at least that's when we mix it. You can mix it earlier in the day. And then you just have this, you could eat the whole pint if you want. It comes with 3 of these. So I put 3 in the freezer at a time and then wait till they run out and then do it again. Me and my husband usually split it. He could probably eat a whole one. I don't know if I could eat a whole one, but it was inspired by Elise Ellis on Instagram, at least for us. And then I know they've been harder to find. I'll try to find some links for a Ninja Creamy, but I really like it because it's just this individual machine, basically an individual serving. It's very quick. Like it only takes a few minutes, maybe 5 at the most. And yeah, and it's like I can feel good about what I'm eating. Obviously you can make normal ice cream in it too. We haven't done that, but I like this idea because then it's like I can wait for that treat at the end of the day, but it's also not a treat. Like it's lots of protein, which I need in my diet. So we've really been loving this. Me and my husband, it's our favorite. My kids don't really get to use it very much. Protein drinks are expensive, okay? So they're always like, when do we get to have ice cream? And then the other thing I wanted to mention as far as like a food-ish item is Mixhers. Again, this is something inspired by, well, more Instagram than YouTube, but Jordan Page is on Instagram more than she is on YouTube right now. And I have enjoyed these. I got some last year and tried them, and there are certain flavors I really liked and ones that I didn't so much. And then I kind of took a break. They are an investment. They are expensive, but they're drink mix-ins and they're clean drink mix-ins. They don't have sugar in them, you know, like not crazy things going on over here, excuse me. And I have really liked them so much. And so I saw recently again, I was like, oh, I should try them. I should get more hydration. I drink water, guys. That's all I drink all the time. I don't really like a whole lot of stuff mixed into my drinks. I don't like anything that kind of makes it taste sweet or anything like that. And I used to drink soda when I was a teenager, and I haven't for years, and rarely have anything besides water. Even protein shakes, like drinking the protein shakes and not having it as ice cream is hard for me. It's easier for me to eat it in like a ice cream form than it is in a liquid form. I just don't like that kind of stuff. And these though, you know, are also providing some nutrients. And sometimes if you have just that little bit of a sweet tooth at the end of the day or during the day, these kind of help curb that. So this one is Her Baby, which I hadn't used before, but since I'm pregnant, it's pre and postnatal to help with different things. And this is a mix of flavors. This is a watermelon and a pomegranate one. I haven't tried the pomegranate one yet. The watermelon one has that sweet taste to me. And so I think maybe if I added in some like lime juice or something, I'd rather it be tart than sweet. And that's where these ones come in because they are coconut lime. So good. So good. I love them so much. Okay, I wish this one came in coconut lime. You know, not all of the flavors are with all the products. So You kind of just have to pick and choose this, which is why I think if I added some lime juice to it, I'd probably like it better. But oh my gosh, I love these so much. Like the other day I came back from a walk and it was really warm and everything. And I just like, I downed it. I was like, this is amazing. So this one's Her Power. So it's kind of like a little bit of boost of energy, but no caffeine. Okay, there's no caffeine in that. So I just wanted to mention those because I have been enjoying them. They are like a newer thing I'm trying again. So I can't say, oh, for sure I've seen benefits from the product themselves, but they taste good. And so you can enjoy the taste if nothing else. Okay, the last category is kind of like around the house things, I guess. And I first wanted to mention these bags because I love them. They're from Modern and Chic, and I'll link it down below. But this one is well loved and well used. I just recently emptied this one. I got them both at the same time, but hadn't used this one yet. And I emptied this one because I was using it also as like my diaper bag, but with my toddler's toys, it was getting too full. And now with having another baby coming, it's not gonna be big enough. I wish they had a diaper bag that they sold because I would totally buy it. But I really love this bag. I think like the strap is cute. You can wear it as a backpack, or it has the strap here that is super fun. And they also have other straps that you could buy, but it has good pockets, right? There's pocket here. I really like this pocket on the back that's kind of hidden. You could put like a wallet in here if you wanted to. I usually put my keys in here, or you could put a cell phone in there, you know, something that maybe you want protected more towards your back. And then it has, you know, it has these little side pockets, which are a little bit harder. They're like to fit a drink in or anything. I never use them for a drink, but they're still cute. And then in here, there's a few more pockets. There's like the hidden zipper pockets for, you know, feminine products, and then just the huge pocket in the middle. And so this is the one I have used for a couple years, like maybe 3 or 4. Actually, like I said, I bought this one at the same time, but I just never changed them out, even though I love this color. I'm not one to get like a purse or a bag and have 500 of them and then change them for the occasion. Just use whatever one we have, which is why I wish I had a diaper bag, because I'm less likely to switch things over from a diaper bag into a nicer bag, you know, unless it really is just like an all day thing with just me and I really don't need baby stuff. But I pulled this one out the other day because I was going to something just me and didn't want to take a huge diaper bag. So I just think it's so cute. Again, this color is pretty. I'm not like a super pink, purpley, like girly person, but I love this color of pink. I just think it's super pretty. So I just wanted to mention those because if you just want a bag and like a little bigger bag, I like having like a backpack type of bag, then I think those ones are great. Again, a little bit more expensive. I don't buy tons of, like, not all the things I own are super expensive. I just have certain products that I really love that are more expensive, and we're at a phase in our life where I can splurge a little bit more on those things. So I don't want you to think I just buy all these super expensive products, because I definitely do not. But that is something that I just love. And then right before our trip, this, like, I don't know, a month ago or something, I knew we would need some sort of beach bag. We weren't going to the beach, but we'd have a pool and then like a man-made lagoon. And so I wanted a bag that we could just carry a bunch of stuff there. And it was like Angela Brandon in my mind. I didn't even have to go look for a bag. She just was like, here you go. And so that's what this is. This is a waterproof beach bag, and it comes in some different colors. It's just from Amazon. And it has like a big pocket inside. So it has a big main pocket, but then it has a zipper like pocket over here as well. It has a few other pockets so you can put some different things in them. It has this outside pocket that also can be helpful for just things you need to quickly grab. And then a few, you know, these ones don't zip on the front, but I like just how big it is. It's actually surprisingly huge. You know, in the bottom, it has quite a bit of room. And so you wouldn't be able to fit like tons of beach towels in it. You know, if you want everyone's beach towels in it, that's not gonna work. but we had towels that we could use at the pool, and then you take them back to your room or whatever, to your townhouse, and they fit in there. I put my kids' waters in there, you know, you could put snacks in there, like all the sunscreen, all that kind of stuff. So it's just a really nice bag, and it's comfortable to wear, like the straps are comfortable to wear and all that. So I have really enjoyed using it. My husband even used it. They had like a little overnight camp with my boys, with my older boys, and he just packed their few things in there because it was just for one night, and that worked well for them. So it's a good, just like quick bag also for that kind of stuff. So another thing that has been helpful for me is doing some meditation, and I've been using the Calm app. It's just, you know, on my phone, and I open it most mornings. I'm not always super consistent about it. And I just kind of pick one. They have a mindfulness thing for beginners. Most of them are like 7 to 12 or 13 minutes, depending on the day. And I will just sit on the couch usually when my kids are all still in bed, and I'll just do those few minutes of mindfulness. And it's just been helpful for me to have that minute to focus and to really think about what's going on, and to do some deep breathing and have someone kind of coaching me along. Because I'm like, I can do those things by myself, but I also am not as focused on what I should be thinking about, or being reminded like, oh wait, we're supposed to be focused on breathing, not like going through my list for the day, you know, and bringing my brain back to those kind of things. And then, you know, going through the body and just relaxing everything. It's been helpful for me to basically have a coach, you know, to do it. So this app, I think it's $60 a year. I'm sure there's free ones out there as well, but this one has just worked well for me. Again, it's easier for me just to have something I can click on. I easily have a guide. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, and it's only like 7 to 14 minutes, 13 minutes. So it's not a huge chunk of my time in the morning. So I've really enjoyed that. And then to kind of go along with that, something else that has been helpful that I've been liking lately is to go sit outside in the morning. And it's been, some mornings have still been cooler where we live, and the last few mornings it's been rainy. Our weather is all rainy right now outside. But so I haven't sat outside the last few mornings, but when the weather is not rainy, even when it's cold, I'll just bundle up and go outside. I'll just sit outside and read my scriptures. And it's been so nice to have, just the sun's not quite up yet. It's usually like 6:15 or 6:30 in the morning, but I can see all the mountains and just the beauty. And it's helped me so much. Like I love being outside, especially first thing in the morning, and just all the smells, everything, like the cool air. It's just a wonderful thing, and it's been so helpful for me. So if you have the opportunity to go outside and just enjoy a few minutes to yourself, along with like the mindfulness and that, it just helps me so much be prepared for the day. And then the last thing I wanted to mention that also is the home category is cordless blinds. I love them. We recently got cordless blinds for like half of our blinds. I have more coming because I just liked them so much and want all the blinds to match. But we had gone to a friend's house last fall, and our blinds, especially in my kids' rooms, were a disaster. Like the pole blinds, the strings would pull out, the blinds were falling apart. You couldn't even open them. I was like, my kids are gonna strangle themselves because they were just such a mess. And so I already knew for their rooms, I needed new blinds. So I got some for some of the other rooms in our house. And then after I put all those ones up, the nice part was they fit into our old blind settings. So I didn't even have to like unscrew and put on new settings. I just put them into the old ones. And I was like, I have to get the rest. The only thing, our bedroom window is too long for the blinds. You'd have to put 2 sets of blinds, which I didn't really want because they get heavy, right? You're pushing them up, and so they get really heavy. And so we had to get ones you push the button. They're like electrical or whatever, they're battery powered ones. Those ones aren't here yet, but I am excited about it. I'm excited to have all the blinds that fit. So I just went to blinds.com and got them, and they are an investment, but I had budgeted for them because I knew we were gonna need them, but they're just so much greater. The only thing that I don't love about them is our old blinds to open, like to tilt the blinds themselves, just had the pull string, and it was so quick and fast to do it. And these ones you have to, add the twister, but I think it's because they're supposed to be kid and pet friendly, so they eliminate like any cords. And so there isn't even an option to have like the pull strings to tilt the blinds, which is fine. Again, that's just like a little thing. And I've gotten used to the other ones, but being able to push them up, pull them down, and my kids can even do that instead of they'd try to pull up their other blinds, and it was just a mess. I could never get them to come back down, and I just hated it. And so I'm more likely to open our blinds and open our window, like just open up the whole house have it full of light because of these blinds. It's just because they're just so much easier to use, and I'm not worried about cords hanging down everywhere and it just being a mess. All right, so those are some of the things that I have been liking / loving lately. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found something to do while I talk to you for 30 minutes. Because I'm always like, I don't have enough to share, and then it's like this video is forever long. So if you enjoy seeing these types of favorites videos occasionally, please give me a thumbs up so I know to make more of them, and I will see you next time.